Into this mess comes Neolife. So there wasn't a whole bunch of people out there just waiting to jump on the bandwagon and get healthy. None of the messaging that was going on, even from the medical community and the like, was focused on that. Matter of fact, most of them would tell you, those are just a bunch of health nuts. If you got to be nuts about something, why not be nuts about health? It's a good thing. So here comes Neolife into the scene, talking about health and nutrition and focusing on cells and things like that. Saying, well, you need to take care of these things. You need to think about what you're doing. You need to pay attention. And for a small group of people, these health nuts I told you about, they got excited and got behind the company and started it and got it revved up. And those pictures of that little Neolife party, and it looks much like the Neolife parties today, right? Because this message rang with people the same way it rings with people today. That I want to take care of my health, and it can be an exciting and wonderful thing to do to share that with other people. So cellular nutrition. So let's move forward now. We're done with that trip for the moment. Let's talk about cellular nutrition today for a moment. Along the way, this idea of cellular nutrition grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. Today, cellular nutrition and membranes that are around cells have gone much further. We're working within membranes within membranes, the mitochondrial membrane, which is inside the cellular membrane, and looking at little events, the exchange of electrons in those membranes. That's the depth of the understanding of these things these days, and we're right in the middle of that. Cellular nutrition has become so important that these are just a few of the credible scientific journals out there that focus on this. These come out all the time, talking about how important cellular nutrition is, how important thinking about your cells and caring for your cells and dealing with those issues that confront our cells and then actually confront our health as well. So from that perspective of 1958, there was no evidence that they could point to about how important cellular nutrition was. Compared to today, you guys got it easy, right? You've got all of this sort of information. You've also got a market. Back then, there were only a few folks that were looking to do this, looking to get involved in dietary supplements. Now we know that essentially 3/4 of the adult population in this country, that will include North America, actively embrace the use of dietary supplements in their pursuit of health and wellness. Actively and aggressively do that. The market back then was tiny, back in 1958, and today, as you've heard Kendra speak of before, the market in this country is gigantic. But not only is it gigantic, the trend line, I like to look at trend lines, the trend lines for growth in this market say that it's going to continue at a pace of about overall 6 to 8% per year. How many would like to put some money in the bank and get 6 or 8% return year after year after year? I'd sell my house and put all that in there if I could get that sort of guarantee. So, it's really a dynamic environment, a really big business, a really big marketplace, and it's this way here and around the world. But it almost didn't happen. It almost wasn't allowed to happen. Because back in the day, the Food and Drug Administration here thought that they needed to have full and complete control of dietary supplement, nutrients and things like that, and messaging that goes out about nutrients. So I have this sort of the FDA war. Okay. In about 1962, FDA decided, oh no, we got to get these guys under control. They're making claims that they can't make. You can't tell somebody you can make them healthier by watching their diet. You can't tell somebody that there are key nutrients that when they're absent, it compromises their health and vitality, and when they're present, it boosts it. You can't say that. So they fought it every step of the way. And for that period of time there, for 12 years, they fought it.